Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a life story, right? It's got everything. Desperate financial ruin, these completely miraculous physical recoveries, and then even the unexpected intervention of royalty.
Yeah, it really does sound like something out of a book, doesn't it?
Totally. But it's all part of this incredible real-life story we're diving into today. Our source material here is free personal case study. Was shared by one of our listeners, actually, from Bahrain. She's really opened up about her family's extraordinary journey, and she has these profound questions about the why behind it all. The most astounding, sometimes unbelievable things that happen.
And what's so fascinating, I think, is how these events, which seem totally random, some tragic, some just miraculous, they actually weave together. It forms this kind of intricate tapestry showing these deeper karmic connections. So our mission today really is to pull out the core insights. We're looking at karma, the incredible power of compassion, and how past actions and present intentions have profoundly shaped this family's life. It's a remarkable window, really, into cause and effect. Gives us a chance to understand these big principles on a really human level.
Absolutely. And this deep dive, it's got this unique blend. Intense personal struggles, deep spiritual insights, and then this just astonishing royal generosity. As we connect these dots for you, we're pretty confident you'll find some really powerful aha moments. Might even reframe how you look at the twists and turns in your own life. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. The roots of our listener's family, her parents. Her father, he was a government teacher back in Ubon Ratchathani in Thailand, known everywhere in his community as just this deeply kind, dedicated guy, always supporting the local temple, looking after the monks, a really good man. He passed away at 78, and it was from this severe, really agonizing abdominal pain. And here's where it gets, well, really interesting, karmically speaking.
Yeah, that specific suffering, the severe abdominal pain, it was a direct result, a manifestation of past karma. Turns out, in a previous life, he used to hunt animals for sport. Tragically, he used a bow and arrow and specifically shot them in the abdomen.
Wow, that's incredibly specific.
It is. It shows that principle of like begets, like in karma. The suffering cause can echo back in a similar way. But, and this is crucial, it's not just simple punishment. It's more like the unfolding of energetic patterns. And because of his incredible kindness in this life, his community spirit, caring for the monks, his spiritual path was also profoundly positive. So despite the painful death, he's actually been reborn as an Arak Deva.
An Arak Deva. What's that exactly?
It's a type of celestial being in the Buddhist tradition, sort of an air deity. It signifies a very, very fortunate rebirth. He's now in what's described as a medium-sized golden palace. Reflects the huge amount of merit he built up.
What a contrast. A painful end, but then this beautiful new beginning. And then there's the mother, the housewife, lived a more, well, conventional life, as our listener described it. She passed away peacefully in her sleep at 82.
Right, and her peaceful passing, also a clear reflection of her karma. She was diligent about making merit, traditional practices, and crucially, she genuinely approved of and shared joy in her husband's charitable work.
So she supported his good deeds.
Exactly, and that shared merit, plus her own good actions, created this powerful bond. It actually allowed her to be reborn right alongside him. Same celestial palace and Arak Deva, too. It's a beautiful example of how interconnected our karmic paths can be. Supporting others' goodness really elevates us, too.
That's really striking, how their paths stayed aligned even after death. And this theme of connection, it just continues with our listener's own story. She remembers a happy childhood. Then in 1978, she married a Bahraini aerospace engineer. They lived in Bahrain for their first 7 years, but they didn't have any children. So this led them on this really heartfelt journey back to Thailand. They visited 7 different temples, really praying hard for children. And then, remarkably, boom, 7 children arrive, one after the other.
Right, and this brings up that question, why then? Why 7 years with no children and then suddenly 7, right after visiting 7 temples?
Yeah, the numbers are almost too perfect.
Well, the insight here is that initially, during those first 7 years, there just weren't any subtle bodies ready or karmically aligned to be born as their children.
Subtle bodies.
Yeah.
You mean like the consciousness waiting for rebirth?
Exactly. The consciousness, the energetic essence, but the prayers, the sincere intention at those 7 temples, that activated something. It activated the Bumadeva. These are earth deities, kind of like guardian spirits of those places. And these Bumadeva, they then located and guided other subtle bodies, ones who were ready for rebirth and had enough merit to follow the couple back to Bahrain.
So the prayers essentially opened a door, and the deities helped guide the right souls through.
Precisely. It wasn't just wishing, it was activating a profound karmic connection through their focused spiritual effort.
Their family life certainly took a unique turn. Okay, let's talk about the listener's husband. He's described as calm, open-minded, a Muslim man, but really respectful of all religions. He even joined in his wife's Buddhist practices sometimes.
Yeah, a very accommodating spirit, it seems.
Which makes what happened next even more dramatic. He suddenly became paralyzed. Just like that. No clear medical reason. And the situation just spiraled. The wife was heavily pregnant, almost due. Her car breaks down. She has to be rushed to a hospital far away. Then, this awful mix-up. A neighbor, meaning well, tells the husband, who's literally about to have surgery for the paralysis that his wife died.
Oh, no. Just devastating news, especially in that state.
Exactly. And what happens next is just mind-blowing. The husband, he's under sedation, barely conscious. He hears this news, and in that instant, something just surges through him. This primal love, fear, I don't know. He stands up.
Stands up from paralyzed.
Stands up from the bed, starts walking, rushes out. Doctors, nurses calling after him. He just goes, heads straight for his wife's hospital. Meanwhile, the wife, she's semi-conscious in labor. She hears his voice getting closer. She's terrified, thinking it's his ghost, you know.
Understandably.
But then she touches him, and he's there, fully recovered. The paralysis, gone, just vanished. So what on earth happened there? How do we even begin to understand that?
It's an incredible illustration, isn't it, of how karma, the mind, and just immense love interact. Okay, so his paralysis, it was a combination of things. There was some light past karma involved related to animal sacrifice from ancient beliefs in a past life, but it was heavily compounded by the immense stress he was under in his current life, all those problems weighing on him.
So the karma made him vulnerable, and the stress pushed him over.
Exactly. The paralysis was, to a large degree, what we'd call psychosomatic, meaning his mind and emotions were playing a huge role, even with that karmic root. The instant recovery, that was triggered by powerful shared merit both he and his wife had earned together in a past life.
Shared merit from what?
In that past life, the wife had initiated this wonderful project, donating medicine to the poor. They did it together, an act of healing, of compassion. So when he heard that terrible, mistaken news about his wife, that intense worry, that overwhelming love for her, that feeling activated their shared merit from healing others. It was so powerful and momentarily made him forget the paralysis. His mind essentially overrode the condition. His body just responded to that immense mental shift, fueled by love and past good deeds. It was truly a power of love moment, perfectly aligned with that specific merit of healing.
That is just astonishing. The past merit created the potential, and the intense love was the catalyst.
Precisely. A perfect storm of love, intention, and activated past goodness.
Incredible. And you'd think that's the peak of the miracles, but no, there's more. Another profound event involved their third son. He was born with a really severe condition. No excretory openings for solids or liquids.
Oh, goodness. That's incredibly difficult from birth.
Yeah, multiple surgeries, constant care, diapers his whole childhood, just unimaginable challenges. And fast forward to when he's 15. He's in for a routine pre-surgery checkup. He just collapses, stops breathing. Doctors try everything. But eventually, they pronounce him dead, take him off life support. The mother's just shattered, unimaginable grief. She's lamenting, shaking his body, crying out his name over and over.
Just heartbroken.
And then another unbelievable twist. The son suddenly gasps. Yeah, a gasp. His breathing starts again, becomes normal. He wakes up, confused, obviously, but completely healed.
Healed from the lifelong condition.
Completely healed. And even stranger, his personality seemed different, more independent, less reliant, which led the mother to wonder, was it really him? Did his original spirit come back, or did something else happen?
Okay, let's break this down. First, the root cause of his birth defect. It's shocking, but it links back to a past life. In that life, trying to teach a lesson or punish a dog that was messing inappropriately, he acted with extreme cruelty. He used a pointed stick to block the dog's anus and a clip to block its urethra, caused the animal immense, terrible suffering.
Oh, it's hard to hear.
It is. And that specific act of cruelty manifested directly as his birth condition in this life. Karma can be incredibly precise. Now, the death and revival, it's vital to understand. His physical body shut down, yes, clinically dead, but his subtle body, his consciousness, it hadn't actually left.
So he wasn't truly gone.
Not in the sense of his consciousness departing. No other spirit took over. His revival was triggered by his mother's relentless calling, her lamenting. That created this incredibly powerful energy. That energy, combined with their shared past merit again, the merit from donating medicine, where she was also his mother in that life.
The same merit that helped the father.
The very same. It manifested at the exact moment his negative karma from the past, cruelty finally ran its course, balanced itself out. The instant that suffering was exhausted, the mother's love and their shared positive merit created the conditions for a complete, spontaneous healing and restoration.
Wow. The timing, the shared merit. It's intricate.
Deeply intricate.
You could just feel the weight of everything this family endured. And it wasn't just health crises. Let's talk about the financial side, because it got truly dire. Around the time the sixth child was on the way, they were hit by scams, lost 3 million baht. Then on top of that, 4 million baht in bank debt. And a 3 million baht mortgage. That's 10 million baht total. A huge sum.
Astronomical debt.
Crippling. And remember, the husband was dealing with job issues, court cases, suspension, and the paralysis during parts of this. It was just relentless. Utilities were cut off. They were so poor, they literally couldn't afford stamps to write to relatives for help. It got so bad, they actually planned family suicide, but couldn't even afford the poison.
It's hard to even comprehend that level of despair.
It really is. And you have to wonder, is there a reason behind such crushing suffering?
And yes, even in that depth of despair, there's a karmic thread. The specific financial ruin, it was directly linked to the mother's past karma. In a previous life, she had apparently defrauded others in business, causing them similar ruin, similar destitution.
So her past actions came back to create this situation.
It seems so. A stark reminder of how our actions ripple out, sometimes returning to us in ways we'd never expect.
Facing this impossible situation, our listener did something incredibly brave. Maybe desperate, but brave. She took her 5 children and pregnant with the 6th and went directly to the King of Bahrain to ask for help.
Just walked up to the palace.
Well, it was the king's traditional open audience day.
Yeah.
People could approach him. And as she stood there, just overwhelmed, this tall, elegant man walked right up to them. It was the king. He sensed her distress, asked if she needed him, what was wrong.
Wow.
She just broke down, crying, telling him everything. No food, paralyzed husband, the debt, utilities cut off. Just laid it all bare.
Yeah.
The king listened with what she described as real compassion. But then he asked her quite directly why she'd waited so long to come to him.
Interesting response.
And what he did next. It just changed everything. It was beyond generous. She'd only asked for help with, like, day-to-day food. Instead, he gave them 50,000 Thai baht, about 500 dinar right then, to last them a couple months. But then, he paid off her husband's entire 4 million baht bank debt.
The whole debt.
The whole thing. And transferred the 3 million baht house title into their name. It was theirs, free and clear. And, as an incredible final gesture, he named their 6th child, the one she was pregnant with, after himself.
That's truly transformative generosity. Unbelievable.
Yeah, completely. It lifted them out of that abyss. And they continued under his patronage, his support, until he passed away at 66.
Now, this incredible act by the king, it wasn't random, not just pure chance or pity. It was, again, the fruit of a deep karmic connection.
Another past life link.
Yes. In a past life, this king had been an incredibly generous, wealthy man. He'd set up extensive food kitchens for the poor, a massive act of compassion. And this family, particularly the 6th son who was about to be born, they had received his charity back then.
They were helped by his kitchens.
Yes. And the 6th son, specifically, was actually an officer working in one of those food kitchens, helping distribute the king's aid.
So he was part of the king's merit-making activity back then.
Exactly. That past connection, combined with the family's own merit in this life, from helping relatives and the poor whenever they could, that's what triggered the king's profound compassion and that extraordinary life-changing support.
It's like a debt of gratitude being repaid across lifetimes in a way.
In a way, yes, or perhaps just the natural fruition of interconnected good deeds, past generosity enabling present generosity. And regarding the king now, he's experiencing a state of great happiness in a realm he perceives as like the kingdom of God. Reflecting his good deeds, it's described as a beautiful golden palace mirroring his earthly taste, perhaps. He genuinely wishes for his people and this family to join him in that happiness.
That's lovely.
And for you, the listener, making merit now, doing good deeds, practicing compassion and dedicating that merit to him, even across different beliefs, the core compassion is universal, that can genuinely genuinely benefit him. It can help his consciousness expand, understand even more. His good heart makes him receptive.
This story just keeps unfolding with more layers. Let's quickly touch on a couple of other family members. The listener's eldest daughter, she's having unexplained severe abdominal pain during her first pregnancy. Understandably, it's causing anxiety.
Right. For the eldest daughter, the insight here is reassuring. It's most likely just what's sometimes called WIN, or perhaps anxiety, both very common in a first pregnancy. Doesn't seem to be anything serious or deeply karmic. Just needs some care with diet, maybe some simple meditation to calm the mind. It should pass normally.
Okay, that's good to hear. What about their fourth son? He faces really big challenges. A leaky heart, Down syndrome, and he cannot speak. What's the understanding there?
Yes, those are significant challenges, and they point back to past karma as well. Specifically, a past life involving consuming alcohol regularly, which can cloud judgment, and killing animals to make appetizers.
Appetizers, wow.
Yes, specific actions creating specific results. The alcohol impacting mental clarity, the killing impacting physical well-being and speech, perhaps. Now, these conditions are permanent for this life. But making merit now, charity, keeping precepts, meditation is still incredibly important.
How does that help if the condition is permanent?
It won't change the current physical reality, no, but it powerfully alleviates future suffering. It ensures his consciousness evolves towards a much better, healthier rebirth next time. It's planting seeds for future well-being, mitigating the remaining karmic weight.
I see. It's about the future path. It's also interesting, our listener, she married a Bahraini man, and she actually prefers living in Bahrain now over Thailand. Is there a connection there too?
Yes, there is. That preference, the strength of their bond, it traces back. You and your husband were husband and wife in a past life too. And you made merit together back then, doing good deeds as a couple. That creates a very strong karmic link across lifetimes and cultures.
So they were drawn back together.
Exactly. Plus, just living in Bahrain for so long in this life builds its own familiarity and attachment. It feels like home because karmically and practically, it's become central to your shared journey.
Okay, finally, let's widen the lens a bit. The family's connection to this Buddhist community, Tao Tam Hotbird, the source of these insights. What's the link there?
Oh, this is really significant. The entire family, wife, husband, all 7 kids, they have a shared past life connection related to the Sangha, the monastic community. They were what's called provisioning troops, meaning they were dedicated supporters, providing food, robes, necessities for the monks. Huge merit in that.
So they were deeply involved in supporting Buddhism.
Very involved in supporting, yes, but perhaps they lacked a full, deep understanding of the core teachings, the ultimate goal of the Sangha's practice. And that lack of deeper wisdom, combined with other karmic factors, led them to be reborn far away in Bahrain, seemingly disconnected from that tradition.
But they found their way back to the teachings now.
Exactly. Despite the distance, their shared karmic link from all that past support brought them back together as a family and has now connected them back to these profound teachings. It's like a powerful nudge, urging them to make full merit now, not just supporting, but understanding and practicing, and to maybe even aspire to the path of Bodhisattva.
This is about
Achieving enlightenment not just for yourself, but dedicating yourself to helping all beings achieve it too. It's a path of immense compassion and wisdom, ensuring their spiritual journey continues upwards.
what an absolutely incredible journey we've just followed. From, I mean, the depths of despair to these moments of almost divine intervention, ancient karma playing out in modern miracles.
Yeah.
This family story, it just hammers home that intricate, often surprising web of cause and effect. Every single event, it seems, was connected somehow. Past actions shaping the present, present intentions shaping the future.
It really does. This deep dive hammers home those timeless lessons, doesn't it? Karma, the incredible power of compassion, how things we think are totally separate are often deeply linked by past actions, present feelings. And understanding these connections, it doesn't just explain things, it gives real clarity, perspective, it gives wisdom, helps you see the deeper meaning in life's twists and turns, shows us our actions really, truly matter. And that compassion has this extraordinary power to heal and transform.
Absolutely. This deep dive really shows how past and present ripple through everything, shaping our destiny in ways we maybe don't even realize. So for you, listening right now, thinking about this family's amazing story, what hidden connections, what past deeds might be shaping your life's most surprising moments? It's definitely something to ponder as you navigate your own path.